In this video, I'm going to show you a full day of eating on the starch solution, so stay tuned. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. I'm a plant-based RN and I've been following the starch solution for about 3 years now. I've lost 20 pounds on the starch solution. I don't count calories. I don't measure my food. I just eat whole food, plant-based, no oil foods. And on my channel, you're going to find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes that are also gluten-free because I do have celiac. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every week. You can also follow me on Instagram for more plant-based content. I also have an ebook that helps explain the benefits of a plant-based diet, and I do have a newsletter, and I do have a Facebook group if you feel like you need a little bit more support. All those links will be in the description box below. So I am still eating out of my pantry and my freezer and my refrigerator. So all these meals will be what I have on hand, and sometimes you just have to get a little creative. And all these meals are starch solution compliant. Breakfast is going to be pancakes with some fruit. Lunch is going to be a really easy wrap. And then dinner is going to be some potatoes, broccoli, and some sloppy joes. So let's get started. So everything's gonna go into a blender. And I've got 2 cups of oats in here. These are gluten-free oats. And we're just gonna put everything in here, so it makes it really simple. Here I've got some flaxseed, I've got some cinnamon, baking powder, and a little vanilla powder. I'm gonna put the exact ingredients in the description box. I've got 1 ripe banana, and about 1.5 cups of water. And that way you're keeping it nice and low fat. Okay, just gonna blend this up for a couple of minutes. And then I like to add about 1/2 cup of my granola. I'll leave a link to that recipe below. And I just like a little texture in my pancakes sometimes. And the granola has maple syrup, so it actually adds a little sweetness. So we're just gonna stir that in. Then you want to use a really good nonstick griddle or a nonstick pan. I really like my Bella griddle here. I can cook a lot of pancakes at once. And these are going to be nice thick pancakes. If you want them not as thick, just add more water. And then just spread, you can spread them out so they're a little bit thinner here, just so they cook faster. And if you wanted to put some blueberries on there, now would be the time to do that. So when you start getting those little bubbles and it starts getting dry around the edges, you know it is time to flip. Oh yeah, perfect. Then we'll cook them a few minutes on this side and then we'll be ready to taste. So here's our finished product, and I added some pears. I just diced up a pear. And then I like to just sprinkle a little bit of granola over the pears, over the pancakes. And if you want to add maple syrup to this, feel free, but it's already sweet enough for me, so I'm not going to add any this time. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast. So for lunch, I'd like to have a wrap, so I'm just going to make my own. It's really hard to find oil-free, gluten-free wraps that are decent. So I'm just going to make this like a flatbread, tortilla / wrap, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to make 1 cup of oats. And then I'm going to add some water and blend. I'm going to start with about 1.5 cups of water, and I may add up to 2. Sometimes I like a thinner wrap. I'll just see what my mood is today, but we're just going to add about 1.5 cups. And we're going to blend this up till smooth, and then we'll see how it looks. So I'm going to use my nonstick griddle. You could do this in a pan, in a skillet, whatever you'd like. I've got it on 300, a little lower than a pancake temperature. And then I'm going to pick this up and just kind of swirl it around a little bit to thin it out. Be careful, don't burn yourself. And trying to keep the round shape. And it's easier to do this in a skillet for sure. And I usually only do one at a time. This one's a little bit small. Next one I'll make it a little bit bigger. But these are great. They're really good little wraps. So we're gonna let this cook just like a pancake. When it gets dry around the edges, got some bubbles, we'll flip it over. Okay, the sun is really bright coming in my kitchen window here, so I apologize for the shadows and everything. But here's our wrap. You can see they're really pliable, they're great. So this is what I'm gonna fill my wrap with. And I've got some roasted red pepper hummus, which I made myself. It's basically my regular hummus recipe. I just added roasted red pepper from a jar. Make sure it's in water, not oil. So spread a fair amount on there. And then you can have a variety of toppings or fillings. I'm eating out of my refrigerator, my freezer, and my pantry still, so this is what I had on hand, so this is what I'm going with. So I've got a little bit of carrot, and I've got some red onion. I got a little bit of bell pepper, so I just wanted it to have different colors, so it'd be pretty, which I think it is. Okay, and some tomato. And then I've got some of the roasted red pepper that we'll put in there as well. And a little bit of pickle. You can do dill, bread and butter, whatever you'd like. And then top it all off with some lettuce. And this is just some romaine lettuce. So it's just, look at that. It's just so pretty, and this is so fresh and filling. I think you'll really like it. All right, and then this is, I usually way overstuff everything because that's my MO. So you could fold it up like a taco, or you could actually attempt to roll it. But either way is totally acceptable. And you've got a beautiful wrap that you can just enjoy, low fat, high carb, and great for weight loss. So for dinner, I'm having a very simple dinner. I've got a potato. I just put that in the microwave. I steamed some frozen broccoli. I mean, I'm going super simple. And I feel like I've had a very starchy day and haven't eaten enough vegetables. So I'm eating a bunch of broccoli tonight. Yeah. I mean, a bunch. And then I made some sloppy joes a couple nights ago, so I just heated that up, and I will leave the recipe for that in the description box, or a link to the video. It's real simple. I've made it in the Instant Pot and I've made it on the stovetop, so either way is good. And then I'm just gonna open this potato up, kind of mash it a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some sloppy joe on there. Now if you want to do this in a bun, feel free, but I'm just going potato tonight. I don't do a lot of bread. And then I made a fresh batch of cheese sauce, so cheese sauce all over the whole thing. Yum, yum, yum. So that is it. That is my dinner tonight, and I'll give it a taste. All right, so this was a full day of eating. A lot of starches today, which is fine. Some days I tend to eat more starch heavy for whatever reason. That's not an everyday thing. But like I said, I'm making up for it with a bunch of broccoli. It's almost a pound of broccoli here, so I think I'm good. So let's give this a taste. Got a little bit of the sloppy joe, the potato, the cheese sauce. So good, so satisfying. Nothing like fresh cheese sauce. So if you find you have days like that where maybe one meal is super starch heavy, then next meal or maybe the meal after that, you just load up on veggies, have a big salad, or like I'm doing, eating almost a pound of broccoli. I probably will eat the whole thing. I'll go back and have more. It doesn't always work out that you have a 50-50 plate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You do the best you can. If you like this video, if you learned something, then please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And if you've made it to the end of the video today, please comment below with starch, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate your support. The full recipes will be in the link below, and anything I talked about in the video should be down there as well. All the links for my ebook, my Facebook group, and Instagram will be down there as well. Remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.